It's been 3 months since I planted my tomatoes. 3 months since the last freeze. We're finally starting to get some decent sized tomatoes ripening up. These are Supremos. And I see more that are just starting to turn. And it looks like there's some cherry tomatoes ready to pick. My carbon tomatoes are starting to put on some size. I can't wait for this one. And here's a nice looking mortgage lifter. Here's today's harvest. Not more than I could eat, but maybe we'll get there. My hastily installed temporary deer fencing seems to be discouraging the deer from coming into the yard. They'd actually have to jump a 4-foot fence, and they can, but I don't think they're that motivated. Caring for 28 tomato plants turned out to be a lot more work than I bargained for. But at least we're getting tomatoes now, so it's all worth the effort. But whatever happened to those other 30 some odd tomato plants I started? We gave them all away, and I'm going to go visit the people who planted them and see how their tomatoes are doing. Everybody has their own tips and techniques, and everyone gets different results, but they're all getting tomatoes. We're going to start by visiting number 1 of 7 in his tomato patch.
These are turning the weird red. These tomatoes in the back.
Hey, you're a star. Here's a nice variety of hibiscus. Too bad none of them are open, but it's late in the day. Right, here's the tomato patch. It's a little over 4 by 6 feet and has, how many tomatoes would you say are in there? 11 tomato plants. There's also a really nice banana pepper plant here on the back side. Got some lettuce plants here that have gone to seed. And over here on the side is a nice basil growing. And you can see, even in a small space, you can have a large number of tomato plants, and if you keep them fed and watered, they'll be very productive.
This one's growing tall, but it's growing into there. You like these peppers?
Yeah, the peppers look really nice.
Ooh, it has a little damage right here.
I'd eat it anyway. I recognize that Maryland red clay. But in the tomato patch, the dirt looks a lot better. What did you use?
Dollar store soil.
Seems to work really well.
Organic compost, peat / humus, sand, composited and angered softwood bark, and perlite is in the dollar store soil bag. Is that even hummus?
These are beefsteak tomatoes, and they look really good. Unfortunately, some of the tags got separated from the plants, but we think this might be a purple Russian that's ripening up.
That's a Supremo.
Yeah, this has nice groups of tomatoes on it. It's nice to see they grow close to the ground if you don't have animals eating them all. Here's a nice Supremo. It's ready to pick. Number 1 used a mixture of hot peppers and dish soap as an insect spray, And in places where it was applied too heavily, it did some leaf damage. But there aren't any insects in here anymore, and the plants seem to be coming back okay. But next time we might have to dilute that down a little bit more. Here's a nice tomato on a beefsteak plant from American Seed. And we've got some pepper plants here in pots. They look like they're growing quickly. I'm not sure what kind of peppers these are, but they're getting to be pretty good size. They look like they're going to be hot ones.